Alright guys, so just checked our first 5, didn't have nothing in them. Came over here to the drowning rod that we had a coon in yesterday, and we got us another coon today. Which doesn't really surprise us. I mean, we're setting for coons out here as well, but these coons are running the banks, and we're trying to limit our traps that we have on the bank because of theft purposes and everything else. So we're not really setting on the banks where I think a lot of these coons are coming and going from, just because of that reason. So I mean, we're still picking a few of them up here in these rods that we're setting, so we're at least catching a few. This one looks like a pretty decent coon. Not a fan how he tore his arm up. Alright guys, well, hopefully I'm recording, but we finally got us one in a DP, and he looks like an absolute butterball. Big old coon, good color, not a lot of orange or yellow to him. But yeah, that's the first one out of a DP or a box or a 220. The only coons we've caught so far have been out of that rod. So we're gonna get him taken care of, get it reset, and move on down the line. All right guys, well, unfortunately this is the 330 that we set. I think I videoed it yesterday, but we're on day 2 of checking. This is the new stuff we got out yesterday. I don't remember if I did record this when I set it or not, but we did catch a muskrat on it, and that was set on a beaver den, bank den. But this is that location that I talked to you guys about yesterday, that we set and did really well for coon on, and we done got us another coon right there. So exactly what I said. I mean, they're crossing this back and forth to get from corridor to corridor, and we were at least able to capitalize on another one. So makes 3 coon on the day for us and a muskrat now. And that is a big coon. A giant coon. He kind of messed the trail up just a little bit. So grab us some more grass. And there, just like that. Right back on the trail, ready for another one. Let's hope this trap can go 7 for 7 again this year. Be awesome. Especially if they all look like that. Man, it's a big coon. Alright guys, we're on the last trap. I don't know if I filmed it last time, but our other drowning rod that we caught a beaver in 2 days ago, had a toe catch yesterday. Had another coon in it. I think I might have forgot to film it, but Alicia's got a box trap here up by this tree, and it's got a big old possum in it. Your chain's on that side. So she's gonna get him flipped out here, and we're gonna get him out of the trap and mosey on, go load the boat, and head for our other trapping properties. All right guys, so we're back over on these lakes, and we're trying to make our way down here to this drowning rod, and we don't have the most ideal catch today. But still living by the how we've been doing on our drowning rods. Hopefully you guys can see that. Don't look like a horrible coon. Got some decent size to him, so we're gonna get him up here and get him taken out. Don't look like really much else touched the caster mound. But yeah, so we're gonna get him pulled up, get him taken out, and get a reset.
That's a beaver.
I need to hit. Oh, you're already filming. You're cheating. Alright guys, so we just pulled up here. Alicia came over and checked this for us quick. This is that same property that I told you guys about that we started here. And welcome to day 4, I believe. If you want to show over here. So you guys can see there, they got that. There's actually a culvert that's supposed to be there. And then this the settling pond will actually run through here, down this culvert, and into this ditch. And this ditch runs all the way over to the river. So they dammed this up, try and hold water back up in the pond, but we still don't know why, because because they're not even really living up here. Most of the beaver are living over there. So, but we still put one here because you can see where they're crossing this dam over. And then we think there's a den over there, but we set that, all we call it, a rat out of it. So we're like, well, we'll just throw a rod in here with a caster mount and see what happens.
Pretty good beaver.
And that's what we got. So now, unfortunately, I gotta put my frozen and wet waders on to get this reset. So we'll catch you guys down the line. All right guys, well, I completely forgot on the last one again. But we had a drowning rod just up the way that's caught another coon again today. So far out of that one, we have 2 coons, a beaver miss, and 1 beaver catch. And we get up here and we got us a nice coon sitting here waiting for us. It's nice to finally have a dry laying coon here, because everything that we've been catching has been in the drowning rods, and a lot of that's because they're just working the banks. So we're gonna get this guy taken care of and get him out and get down the line. Maybe try and get some new stuff out today. All right, also we've checked about 5 traps so far and just pulled up on our drowning rod. And This one's been struggling. Caught a couple coons out of it. But now this morning, our sticks are moved. Something hit our pile and our sliding trapper gone. We're gonna see if we got something or if we just got something got away. Something got away. Why are we toe catching everything? Well, unfortunately, that's the second one we've toe caught here. I don't know what's going on. Only thing I can think of is they're coming up and around these traps and going back down. That stinks. Alright guys, so we just pulled up to our last two traps. And like I said, when I was at the rod, we missed that one. Didn't have nothing in the other rod. Just pulled up on this last box here. And Alicia done got herself another nice coon. Big too. Not quite the color we'd like, but still a big coon. In this box we have a can of sardines just cracked open so that the scent stuff can get out.
Cat food.
Cat food. And it got the job done for us. Not quite sure why, but we've been struggling to catch some coons in this location, and I can tell you it's not because there's no shortage of them. So she's gonna get this big girl out and we're gonna get on down the trail. All right, y'all, well, we're on some fresh stuff that we just set yesterday. Try and get my bait out without spilling it. But one of the guys' properties that we already trapped, he had another property up here for us, and had a lot of coon trails on it. There's actually an old quarry back in here, so he told us to come up here and see if we can get some coons out. So that's what we did. We got this one dispatched already. I just want to show this one to you because of how dark he is. I mean, he's like real dark brown and black. Not the biggest coon, but still another coon. All right, guys, well, here's another one. Squat down. Hopefully you guys can see kind of where I'm pointing, but that trail loops and bobs and weaves and runs right under all them shrubs. And just something I want to point out to you guys too, if you are just trying to get into it or something and you're trying to figure out, you know, varmint trails from deer trails, if you're looking along the, like, shrub lines like this or something, don't completely pay attention to the actual trail itself, but look above it. Usually a deer trail isn't going to be as thick up, you know, about waist level. They're going to have that more, you know, honed out, or it's going to look something more like this where they're coming through an opening. So just another quick little tip if you are getting into it. But we got a second one here. We only got 5 traps here, so 2 out of 5, can't complain about that. But we're gonna get him out and get on down the line. We got a few more traps to check, and then we just inquired on another property yesterday that we actually wanted to get more traps out at, but the guy asked us if we wait for deer season as well. So unfortunately that's what we got to deal with here in our state, because we got to get private ground and there's a lot of hunters out there. So this is going to be opening weekend for firearm season, which will start on Friday. So hopefully after that, or after that second season, which is like the first week in December, hopefully we can get some more steel on the ground. All right, guys, so we're back here at the infamous ditch where everything started, and I'm trying to remember. I can't fully remember exactly where our first otter came from, but we ended up taking, I think we've caught 1, 2, 3, I think we've caught 4 otter out of this ditch. man, they are mean. But yeah, I think we've caught a total of 4 otters out of this ditch, 3 or 4, and there's a huge crossing here, and we know it's either, you know, between otter, beaver, and coon, and I'm sure we got some mink that are going across this as well. But man, does he stink. But we kept putting 220s here, and we were struggling with having some catches. So this year we decided to put a blind foothold here and see what we can come up with. And as you guys can see, we got us an otter. So I'm gonna get him dispatched here soon, and then we'll get him out and go from there. All right, y'all, well, unfortunately this is pulling day for this property. We got firearm season starting up tomorrow, and so we got to get off this ground. So today we're getting the steel off the property here quick, and then we're gonna kind of go back to the drawing board and figure out what we want to do. I don't remember if I said it in yesterday's video, but this is, I think this is check 6, and it's been kind of a slow start for us. Don't get me wrong, we're still making some catches here and there, but not really what we were hoping for and expecting right away. This first spot that we decided to set on this year, last year there was all sorts of beaver activity, and now this year there isn't really much, so we were just setting blindly. But we were able to pull a couple coons off. We did catch 1 beaver. I think we ended up with 2 toe catches where they actually ripped their toes back off, unfortunately, which is kind of our doing, my doing, just by the way we were setting and the way I told Alicia to set. But pulling day, got a possum here. We're gonna let him go. Not feeling like putting any possums up. We haven't, this is the first one we've actually had all year, so we're gonna get him pulled out of the trap here quick. Second, oh yeah, we did catch one in a 220, huh? And he was a big one. This is just a little guy playing possum on us, so I'm just gonna get him taken out of the trap, let him go, and get on down the road, get the rest of these pulled, and then get to some new stuff. We actually had a farmer chase us down on another trapping property yesterday, and wants us to come over and trap his. He's got 3 different ditches and some tree lines and stuff like that, so we're gonna get some K9 sets in and stuff like that after deer season. So yeah, I'm gonna quit rambling, get this guy out, and we're gonna move on. He's not gonna take off. He's gonna sit and act like he's dead over there. He's not hurt at all. These DPs just had him by the front foot. He wasn't getting out, so. All right, guys, so we just pulled up on one of our double sets here, and this one's been set since we started, so been set for a few days. And as you can see, we got us a coon here, and if you look right up that trail, there's another DP. We kind of figured this is more of a deer trail, but now we got the river pushing up a little bit on us, and so these critters are moving up the bank a little bit more. I think that's why we ended up catching this guy. So we're gonna get him dispatched. We're at least not going home empty-handed today, and get on down the trail.